Obviously, we know you're a Gemini. I already knew that about you, and that you're from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Okay,
right?
listing my disabilities. That's crazy.
Oh, HIPAA. Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Comment Section Show, starring me, your fave. Who cares about me? Who cares about me? On to the guest. Today we have another iconic all-star, the legendary, the multi-talented Fightmaster. Woo! Welcome back.
That felt nice.
I bet. That's what I do. I just jerk everybody off just in the beginning. Just a little.
And then I want kind of to be torn apart.
There you go. I got an edge.
This is a takedown.
Yeah. Build you up, take you down.
Yeah.
Right. I'm so happy to have you back.
I have only grown more and more obsessed with you in our
Likewise.
in our absence from one another. Like,
yeah.
watching you all year long, you know, getting your book, listening to your book. I chose to listen.
That is
because
true.
I wanted to hear your voice. It was horny if you haven't heard. And
we miss each other.
It was horny because it was activism, but it was like
which is funny because when I've heard my voice, I feel like I sound a little cornball. But I don't feel like that when I hear my voice in other things. Just in my book for some reason.
I don't ever need to hear my voice, and I have chosen only careers in which I'm gonna hear it all the time.
Yeah.
And every time I hear it, I'm like, that's fucking gross.
You were telling me that you've narrated audiobooks and you've done audio erotica.
I've done audio erotica, and which was hard. It's like fun, but it's hard. And you know, talk about like feeling like a cornball, you know.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
are you doing Foley at the same time? Like if you're like you're spanking, you're like
I mean, you'd be surprised. Well, it is weird also because I was doing it with someone who was like they're in my ears.
Headphones.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like I'm listening to this like femme with this gorgeous professional audio erotica voice, and every once in a while like she'll have a line of dialogue and it'll come into my ears and I'll be like,
forget where you're at for a sec.
Yeah. But the noises that like I make when I'm like turned on are like you know what I mean? Like they're certainly not
they're not registering the same way.
No. I'm acting. It's the hardest acting I've ever done.
Yeah. I bet. And then you narrated someone else's book.
I did. I narrated Corey McCarthy's book, Man of War, and it was this like book about this trans kid in Ohio, and that was hard because it's 3 days in a cave, as you know, for like 10 to 12 hours a day, and like I was telling you, they like you're reading for somehow 2 hours straight, and then suddenly someone be like, "Hey, can we stop you? Like that's actually not how you say sis." And I'm fully like, fucking edit it out.
Hey, fix it in post. I want to keep going.
I did start at the end of it. You know, you go kind of insane, and at the end of it, I was kind of like, well, why don't you just say it and we'll dub it in.
Yeah, you go ahead and take over for me then. Why don't you do that? Take the reins.
Rip
from
it,
me.
Angela. I don't care.
What's funny is when I did mine, I had the producer, she was great too, in my ear, and she did stop me a few times. I think the hardest part was when they were asking me if I could record some laughs. Every time they ask me to do that, they have to be forced, which inherently makes them corny. So like the amount of times I've had to force my own cackle, and it doesn't sound anything like my real laugh, but I just kind of have to give it to them.
Fake laughter is like, it's so much harder than fake tears.
I know.
It's really, really hard, especially because like my own laugh is like, it's a honk. You know? It's like a honk, like a ha, and then a
yeah.
So, like, you don't want that.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, that looks gross. Yeah. Can we try a different laugh?
Let's do something fun, natural, something a human would do. Like,
think regular human laughter.
Yeah,
Can you do that?
Think less boat, more person.
Well, you are a successful actor, which we didn't really get to talk
you.
about last time you were here because we were in the middle of the strike.
Thank
we
you.
were being good noodles about it. But we didn't really get to talk about your acting career. But I am now venturing into acting.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my new thing this year. I'll tell you about some of the reads I've been doing after we get off this episode. They can't know that yet.
Are you doing self-tapes?
Yes. And I would love tips on self-tapes because
how are you holding up?
Something talk about corny.
Yo.
Nothing feels more corny than me recording in my own home. I literally told my fiance because he had to help me run lines the other day.
Of course.
And I felt like I told him I would almost rather just go onto the set and just get started because like
Yes.
doing this is like so much worse.
100%. They are
Yeah.
so hard, and they're relationship destroyers. I in my last relationship, I had that person reading lines with me all the time, and somehow it always was like we literally imploded. You know what I'm saying?
Like a fight.
This time, I would never let my partner do it. I'm like, I want this to work.
Yeah, it's for the sake of our future.
Yeah,
We can't run lines together.
because it's the same thing. It's like you're trying to get. It's the same thing as like the being corrected on your pronunciation during like audio erotica, where you're like, I am trying to enter a flow state, and you're saying stuff like, hey, do you want to? They have an and there. Do you want to pick that up, or like? And you're like, we've been recording for 4 minutes, and you're gonna stop my ass because of an and? Get out. I'm starting fresh.
Guards.
Guards.
Seize them. Yeah,
No.
I that's how I felt too. And I just feel, it's funny because when I was running the lines with my fiance the other day, I felt like each pass at it, he was getting more animated.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, King, go ahead and dial that back for me, all right? You're off camera.
Yes.
All right? Let me,
Then you hurt them.
yeah, I was like, you're trying to outshine me on my
But you can feel that for the right person, or for the wrong person, really, that
Yeah.
they're like, okay, fine. Da, 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 da. No, you can bring it back up. Yeah.
Right, you're
No, it's so hard. It's so hard. And we really have lost the opportunity as actors, unless you're like at the very end of the process, to go in front of these people.
like physically, yeah.
And I think it's so important, like, because my iPhone is not capturing what a TV camera can capture.
Yeah,
and
totally.
so I'm over here looking 5'7". You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm lit in my home. I don't do lighting.
Yeah.
So I look like I'm wearing like a brown mask on this side. This side is completely blown out. I'm 5'7". I'm upset. Like, you can see a shark painting in the background.
I
Like,
know.
all of it is taking everybody out. And if I
Yeah.
can go in the room, also it would prevent people from sending me these sides that are like absolutely like demure secretary, and I'm like, I assure you I won't even fit at your desk. And if you had me in the room, you'd know that.
Right. No, for real. I started doing my slate. I started doing it next to my office door so they could see like how big I really am, because sometimes I'm like, I need you guys to visually see I am a big bitch. So like, if you're putting me across from a man, it's got to be a tall one. Like, I'm being so serious, because I stand next to the door frame so they can see just how tall I actually am.
It's hard for tall women.
I know. That's why I did one like commercial thing, but it was like a social media commercial thing. And I remember telling them I am tall, so like if that matters, optics, because I knew there was a guy in the commercial too. And they were like, okay, yeah. And I was like, I genuinely mean that. I am tall, so if your styling factors that, like, I would keep that in mind. They were like, okay. They gave me like a tall boot, so I was probably like 6'3" when I got on the set. And then when I got on, he's 5'6". So then they had to they made me stand in socks, and then they gave him like 2 little platforms so
They
that we
dug
were like,
you a hole.
yeah, they made me go on my knees and then put shoes under my knees like a little rascal.
Oh man. Oh yeah, I've done like sex scenes where they had the actor stand on an apple box, and this was a woman, but they were just like, hey, it's looking scary.
Which is weird because they like that dynamic with heterosexual couples.
They like it, and I think they're always like trying to figure out how, like, especially with like this was, you know, especially if you're like a non-binary person, like in these relationships with women, they're trying to figure out how not to fully alienate an audience while turning them on. Where they're like, if you look gigantic, that's too scary, but we do want you to be taller because you're the man, but you're not a man. Yeah.
Like, you're the boy.
You're the boy.
Technically.
You're kind of like, we kind of want like, oh gosh, we kind of want like Pete Davidson, but with like nice little tits. Do you see what I'm saying?
But he boy, so boy tall.
Right.
You not boy, so you not tall.
Right. So there are going to be rules, and I hope you're writing this down. No, I'm so glad. I do not envy you for like having to go out and stand next to men, because do you remember? I don't want to fucking drag anybody, so I'll say it positively.
Okay.
Do you remember that movie Tall? That was on Netflix.
Oh, the tall girl.
The tall girl.
The worst thing that could ever happen to her in her life.
Like when they were fully like, she is tall, like it's demented, right?
Look at this freak.
The log line being like, demented freak tries to survive. And you find it, it's like a beautiful 5'11" blonde woman.
Right. Cameron Brink. Okay. No, for sure. She's built like Cameron Brink, looks like her. And then they're like, look at this circus freak.
It's a story of survival.
Of adversaries fighting against the enemy.
And like the big, I don't think I made it all the way through because I was like, projecting too much onto it. But like, a big turn is that she is able to like bag a man that's short and like doesn't hate her for her disgusting size. And I'm watching me and like, this can't be this. I guess this is honestly what these studios think about us.
Yeah, tall, straight women or just tall people in general.
Yes.
That are not men.
Like a studio there are so many ideas that creator friends of mine have that they're like, no, that's really complicated. And they saw this idea and they were like, we love this. This really cements how we feel about women. This story needs to be told.
Yeah, they're like, that's a story of resilience, sure, but have you ever been a tall girl?
Yeah.
Do you actually know what it feels like to be a tall girl?
This is the only DEI that will survive.
Yeah, for real. They're like, well, see, now we can't get rid of DEI because then tall girl.
Yeah, what's
no
gonna happen to
employed.
tall girl?
What's gonna happen to the tall girl? I remember in the movie too. I know she says like she had like a size 11 shoe or something like that.
Okay,
which honestly
petite,
is not even that big for
petite
tall.
ass.
Yeah, for being a tall girl, that's not even really that big of a shoe size. My feet are pretty small for how tall I am, which you would think is like, oh, petite. But it makes my feet look like pegs, and I hate that shit. Like when you have Bratz dolls and you take the feet off, that's what my feet look like.
You're falling over.
Yeah, I would rather them be a little bit bigger so they balance my proportions a little bit better. But whatever. I remember one time I had in college. One of my roommates one year was a basketball player, and she was like 6'5". And so I for Halloween one year, she had texted me and said like, hey, do you think I could borrow some of your like Converse for my Halloween costume? And I was like, yeah, I wouldn't care. Like, what size are you? And she told me she was a 13. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm not a 13. She's like, I'm a tall girl. So she assumed I'd have bigger feet. And she's like, what size are you? And I was like, I'm a 9.5.
You're a 9.5?
Yeah. She was like, what the fuck? And then she was like roasting me for having such small feet.
And see, I did get pissed too.
So I was like, all right. Not too much on me.
I would keep it private.
Not too much on me, girl. Jeez.
No, that's a little secret that you can have.
I was like, and don't tell anyone.
You don't need to be flexing in that way.
But do you have any tips for me for self-tapes?
Dear God. I mean, like my memory has gotten truly since like COVID and we were locked inside the house and I spent that whole year like I don't think anyone's ever died from weed, but I got really close.
Oh, but I was testing that limit, that's for sure.
Yeah, there were helicopters.
I was doing that during COVID too.
Yeah, I was getting flown out. Right. No, after I really destroyed my brain that whole year, it takes me like 5 days to learn the script, which it never did before. But being the most off book, like truly having like a couple of nights to sleep on those lines so that you have the opportunity to play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that the recall gets in the way of your flow state.
Yeah, that's so true. That's crazy you say that. I just said that to my fiance yesterday. But
it's true. It really is true. That's the realest thing. I always want. I just directed a short film, and like one of the things I said to my actor was like, I just want you to have all of these words in your bones because I actually don't know what I want from you yet. And I want you to show me what you want. And then I'm going to tell you what I want and we're going to meet somewhere in the middle.
That's
and
so cool.
I can't do that if you're like, what is it? Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Like
you know?
trying to remember it exactly. Yeah. Well, I'll ask you a question about directing in a second, but that's really such a good point because I was telling my fiance the other day, like, because the way I learned in school, because I have a photographic memory, so I like imprint it on my eyelids. So I just read it a million times and memorize it. But I was telling him I was memorizing in the beginning when I would get scripts, I would memorize all of my lines, but not necessarily the flow of the conversation or what exactly they're trying to accomplish, what they're trying to talk about. And that was like easier instead of remembering them verbatim.
Yes.
Was remembering the flow of the conversation so that I remember what to say when and how to say it, kind of deal.
That's probably really smart. Like just like in the, you know, next to their line, putting their even putting your own emotion while listening.
Yeah.
Because I do think that if you get really, if I know what they're gonna say, there's almost a part of me that is trying to forget what they're going to say, so that I can be like, oh shit,
yeah,
you know,
exactly.
have my response, and then I just pick ahead of time, like, you know, I'm picking this arc for myself. And so like when I was on Grey's, this whole arc was like, I have a thing to accomplish, and here's this little woman who's like helping me accomplish it, but like she's stealing all my attention. So even the way that I held my body towards her was always like, here's my work and here I am coming to you, like with only my head, like, you know what I mean? Just like my body language being like, you are pulling me away from something, so it feels magnetic. And I think when we, you know, we had great chemistry anyway, but there were those like, I even did a thing on the show where I stood mostly with my hands behind my back, because I liked the idea of having a physical restraint. You know,
okay,
and so all of these I think that, you know, you're never saying, I'm rarely saying a line that fits in my mouth perfectly. Because I didn't write it.
Exactly, and it's not you saying it.
Right. So the thing that I rely on is my body language, so that the person who's watching me, whether it's on a self-tape or on a screen, is not even really listening for what's being said. They're watching me deliver it with my like magnets.
Ooh, I love that. I'm gonna use that.
Do it.
I'm for sure gonna use that.
I
You're
want
an
you to
established
book.
actor. I'm not. But no, I appreciate all the tips. All my actor friends, I've been asking for tips, because I think it is in the subtleties, and also it's like one of those, I feel like as I'm going through the very infancy stages of doing acting, some of my friends have told me too that sometimes it's like casting directors or people will have like very solidified ideas of what they think this character looks like, but if you approach it that way, they can put your face in there.
Yes.
Like it's easier for them to let go of what they pictured and see you in that role.
Yes.
That's why I love that tip.
It's true, because I've worked in a writer's room, and it was so helpful to me to work in a writer's room, because you get to be involved a little bit in the casting. And so you spend months creating these people that actually can never really exist. Like they're never going to exist in the exact same way that you have them in your head. Your script goes through so many network notes and changes before it ever gets to TV. And then when you go through the casting process, we are looking for anyone we audition to be the answer. So I used to go, before I was in a writer's room, I would go into a lot of things being like, maybe they do have something in mind, like maybe this is what they want me. No, they want you to be the right fit, and they would love to be surprised. Are you kidding me? Like I think casting directors also get so excited where they're like, we didn't even think about this angle.
That's so tea. And this is so like silly comparison, but not. When I've seen like John Chu talking about casting Glinda, and he was talking about how like when I heard Ariana Grande wanted to try, I was like already in my head, I was like, I'm not picking her, because I don't want to pick a big name. I don't want it to overshadow the thing, but like I'll give her the shot. But he was like, in my head though, I had already decided wasn't gonna pick her. And she specifically asked like, can you please not see me as Ariana Grande? Like I want to come in like as like a normal person, and you just audition me. And when he said when she came in, she like came in with none of her normal makeup, none of her normal hair, and then he had no choice but to imagine her as Glinda, because she like
that's cool.
Made sure to like change his mind with how she approached it. So that's tea, because she changed his mind, like you just said.
Well, and it's so weird, because actually it's the same advice I would ever give like a young person when they're asking about how to be in the creative field. Is like the thing that makes you special is that you are one of one. And actually all of us are one of one. And there are for sure going to be actors that really fit a mold, and so they're going to do this same type of role over and over and over again, and I think that's awesome. I mean, truly really like admirable to like nail that thing that is easily consumable. But I'm not easily consumable, and neither are you. And that's the thing that makes us taste so fucking sweet.
That's true.
You know?
Okay, tea, period. Look at you.
We are really the sour candies of the industry. Like,
that's so true.
You know, not everybody's gonna love us, but the people that love us, we are the only thing that they buy. And so I'm not trying to be licorice, because no one is ever gonna think of me that way.
That's true.
And I even said to my team recently, I was like, I was getting offers to audition for things that were like, we're looking for a woman or anything else. And I was like, okay, I thank you for sending me this. This looks really exciting.
Yeah.
If they're looking for a woman or anything else, they're not looking for me.
Right. Exactly.
They're not looking for me.
Yeah.
It's more realistic that if you send me out for something that's we're looking for a man and we're open to things, that I might be a really pleasant surprise.
Right. Exactly.
But I'm not delivering traditional femininity in a way that casting director is probably looking for, and even the version of non-binary that they're looking for is probably more femme presenting. And so you just have to get kind of you got to get real. Like I know where I fit, and I'm trying to be authentic.
Yeah, that's so true. Because even the few times I've talked to my actor friends about like reads or things I've done, sometimes I'll get reads for stuff which it's obviously a woman. A lot of times she's like in her late 40s.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, so you're auditioning one young hot person and then everyone else is 40. Love that. Like,
Yeah.
And it's normally someone who's like, you know, she's like confident, she's loud, she's whatever. And I'm like, okay, cool. But some of the auditions I've done, it's become increasingly more clear that I wasn't the kind of loud that they were looking for. And that wasn't exactly how I was playing it. Like I wasn't playing it like over the top. Like I was kind of leaning back a little bit just in showing it in other ways, and that's not what they're looking for clearly, because they, you know, didn't give it to me. But
I have to assume that they're looking like, if I had written a character that was a Drew Afualo type, Afualo. Tell me how to say it.
Afualo.
Afualo.
Yeah,
Thank you.
You nailed it.
Thank you. If I was looking for a Drew type, I would bring you in, and if you gave me a really subdued Drew, I'd be like, fuck. You know what I mean? Like, so there's part of that too. Is like it's
like a balance of it.
It is.
Yeah.
You don't want to be a caricature of yourself, and you don't. I think a lot of people think that the trick to acting, I've seen this happen with a lot of comedian friends, is like they get into the acting space and they're like, I know what acting is. It's when you like suck all the joy out of your ass and you are really still. And like I've definitely fallen into that. Yeah. I've had my moments where I've seen that, like where I've lost my little spark. But I think they do want you. Yeah. And they can always tell you to tone it back. But if I see somebody and they are really subdued, it's harder to imagine them popping. I'd rather see somebody pop and be like, okay, that was fun. That was so fun. Yeah. She's a little bit more calm. Yeah. Like everything that you're giving me, but a little bit more grounded.
Love. And you've said you've worked in writers' rooms. Obviously, you've been acting, and then now you've directed too. Do you have a fave? Any one of those? Or one you lean a little bit more towards now?
My favorite thing to do is probably music. Right. But acting, I do really love. I love it in part.
And you're fantastic at both. So.
Thank you. I feel the thing about acting, this is a really silly answer. There's an ease to the existence.
Right.
And it's not what people think. It's that, like, you know, we're multi-hyphenates. We're always working. With acting, you do get treated a little bit kinder because you're an asset. Yeah. And they need you there, and they need you here at this time. And then they have this really ridiculous understanding that actors, who I find are often the smartest people in the room, they have this understanding that actors are complete morons and like should be owned by the state. And so they take you everywhere on that golf cart. They are driving you around like you could not possibly know how to walk. And I am in the golf cart being like,
I know sometimes when you're on stuff like that, you're like offering to help do things, and they're like, no, sit down,
idiot.
Yeah, don't touch that.
No,
sit down.
It would be like a toddler helping with the dishes, where you're like, no, no.
Okay, thank you. You're a great helper. Thank you. Go ahead, sit down.
It's such a big house. But they all inform each other, and the thing that it makes me, you know, like you talk about it, like we're like the sharks, like if we stop swimming, we die. Yeah. The thing that is really driving me is a curiosity about how to make the best art possible.
Totally.
And writing helped me understand casting
Mm-hmm.
and helped me understand directing. And directing helped me take a script that was not mine and make changes to it that needed to be made, and understand that when I get network notes, I'm not being personally insulted on my writer's script. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And writing, being in a writer's room helped me understand really acting better. So
that's
they're
cool.
all informing each other in this way. And strangely, comedy is the thing that has helped me best understand music.
Oh,
Because
okay.
with music, here you are in front of a live audience, and anything can go wrong at all times, and
Yeah.
only comedians can handle that.
That's true too. Like adapting,
Yes.
right? Like being able to pivot.
My God.
And obviously, you love music the most. Music's your fave.
I do. I do like it because it's the only thing that I own.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, that's too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's yours. Your hard work is yours.
Yeah, you spend so much time in a really lovely way. It's like such a journey. You get to spend so much time helping others create their baby.
Yeah.
And then the music
You're like
is
an asset
my
to
baby.
them, like you said.
Yes. You know what I feel like? I feel like one of those nannies that have children at home.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
Who's
like
raising your kids while you're raising someone else's
100%. And I love these kids, but I am neglecting my own.
That's so true. Oh
'Cause
my
I need
gosh,
to
that's
live.
so true. That's true, because I unfortunately need to
Yeah.
live. So there is that. But I know you've been touring your music.
Yes.
How do you like tour?
Touring is fun. I mean, you get to be with people again.
Yeah.
Like, I bet you felt that way with the book.
Yeah, live performing is really fun. I hate the logistics of touring itself, but live performing is always fun.
Yes.
It's like traveling though. I've told everyone, they're like, you don't like to tour? And I'm like, no, because I feel like I'm on the run.
Yeah. Oh my
I
God.
feel like I'm on the lamb.
Yeah.
When I'm on tour.
Needed somewhere all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there you really something is expected from you all the time. And not everybody understands that just you need 15 minutes or you'll kill them. I actually just need 15 minutes or you'll be dead.
Please.
Yeah. Get out. Go away.
Dude, on tour, I literally was like, yeah, my faith is being tested for sure. Like my relationships are being tested. Because when I did my book tour, me and my sister toured. We did our podcast, but it was promoting my book. And so it's like live performance, book signings, like meet and greets, like the whole shebang. But because I rolled deep, I took both my parents. I took my man, my sister, my cousin, my assistant, my brother-in-law was security. Like I took so many people. There's probably like 11 or 12 of us on a bus together for like a month straight. And half of us haven't really stayed together like that. So we got close and we got close quick. Like we had to,
oh my God.
it was like after week 1, I was like, it's starting to feel like Survivor a little bit. No one's been voted off the island quite yet, but we are barreling towards that.
Yeah.
I could feel it.
And we're getting older, you know what I mean? We're not like I'm not
Yes.
22 where I'm like it's so fun to
I
figure
know,
out how everyone
I
else
know.
lives.
I'm a million. I literally
Yeah.
every night we would have probably, because like, have you toured on a bus?
I'm about to tour on a bus.
Okay, T. You know what's crazy about it? I preferred the bus
Okay.
than staying in the hotels.
Why?
I honestly, it's like, you need like a home base, especially when you go on tour. You need somewhere that feels like home. And so every time we were off the bus, I was like, my Shayla. Every time the bus was leaving, I was like, please come back. I don't
Oh
wanna do it.
yeah.
But I remember every night we would probably wrap the show around like 9:30, 10. And then the driver wouldn't come till like midnight. So we would just go back on the bus and wait till he came. It's like the driver hours or whatever. And so in those like 2-3 hours, we would have some downtime. And my brother-in-law is like 23, gonna be 24. So him and like the younger people in our group would be like, let's go out. And then I was like, okay, you guys go out. Goodbye.
Bye.
And I would sit and eat ramen on the bus.
In
and
heaven.
Like, in my pajamas. And then my man would be playing Elden Ring on the bus. And that's what I was doing every
Man,
night.
that's romantic to me.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my
Talk
God.
about horny.
That is horny to me. I went over to my partner's house yesterday and she was like, what do you want to do? And I was like, I think I want to stare.
Into nothing.
Legitimately. And then she was like, that sounds so nice. We sat on the couch, cross-legged, not looking at each other. No TV on, no music.
That sounds a little spooky, but I support you.
If anybody would have come in, it would have looked like we were plugged in through our buttholes. You know what I mean? Like the couch was charging
They're
us.
downloading the information of the day.
And her schedule is like equally nuts. So we are fully like, you have to find, I do think that it's so helpful sometimes to find somebody that's as like psychotically busy as we are, because there's so much grace.
I agree. And they understand and they get it. Like, especially when I'm in those stretches where I'm working all the time and I'm sleeping barely at all. And then like, I'll try to open something and I can't open it to the point where it brings tears to my eyes. And then he'll come and he'll be like, I'll open this. You go sit down. I'll just go sit down. I just have to sit. I get sitting in silence. Yeah.
It's romantic.
That's the type of shit I do like. Sometimes I'll just wander into my bedroom, like, and my man will be sitting in the living room playing his game, and I'll just go in the room and I'll just sit in there in silence.
Yeah.
Like, no music playing, no TV.
Not even on your phone.
No,
just
sitting there. And he leaves me alone. Like, he doesn't come and ask me for anything. He's like, oh, are you going in the room? I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay. And he waits for me to come back. That's like
having a cat.
Yeah. Exactly. It feels like I call it sometimes like normal human time.
Yeah.
So like, even just doing normal human things, I just wander around my house like a sim. I just wander into a room, forget what I was supposed to be doing in there.
Yes.
It's like the only way to stay sane, because you're like, oh, I'm a real person.
Yeah.
Real person that exists in the real world.
Well, and I find that like if I go online, one, it's just zapping my brain. So I try, and it makes me be like, oh yeah, I should work on that thing. and then I'll be in the house and I'll be like, you know what? I should be cleaning that thing. Yeah. It would be really nice if I read more. I should be running scales on the piano. I don't work on that enough. And that's why I have to be like, it's stair time.
Right. Ugh, that's so good. I love the like the pageantry of it. You're like, stair time.
Yeah, it's stair time. And also the time that I feel most like femme, and it happens so rarely for me.
Yeah.
Is when my little gal will like come into a kitchen and I've had like the day. I've just had like that day where I'm staring but I'm holding something that needs to be open and she'll take it for me and open it and I will fully do like a
ooh.
Oh wee.
Soulmate, for real. That's like, you need someone that can match your freak like that.
Absolutely.
We joked about that on tour a lot, because we were like, I'm gonna go in my bunk and close the door. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'd appreciate if nobody came and talked to me. We just go, and we just had mutual respect for each other that way. Like, I'd be like, oh, that's bunk time, so I'm gonna go in my bunk, and then they would close their little curtain and then
the
just
little
be alone.
Curtain. That sounds so nice.
I had like the back room with my fiance, so then I had the door closed, and then everybody else had a little curtain on their. That's
kind of badass.
Bunks. It's awesome.
Yeah,
felt like the Jonas Brothers.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're the only band I thought of.
That's okay. That's okay.
Me knowing no other fucking band.
There no other ones exist.
It's just like, who do you really need more than the Jonas Brothers?
I don't.
What was your favorite, if you had to choose a favorite tour date? Like, what was like the funnest one for you? LA's great. LA's so fun.
I think in part it was because I had so much disappointment management, which is what I give to myself, where I go, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. LA's a hard crowd. Right. They're going to come here. They're going to hate this shit. Okay. And you're going to have to win them.
Right.
And I didn't do that half as much on all the other tours, but for LA, because it meant so much to me, because it's family and friends. You know what I mean? And you don't want to really, you don't want to give them a bad time. You don't want to do anything embarrassing. And you know that you're going to be thinking about it for fucking ever. So I just went out there truly so zeroed in at the top of my game. Love. And LA happened to come to party so hard that night.
Sick.
It was unbelievable. Like they were singing the lyrics. There were parts of the show that I was like fully like you know what I mean? Like really having this like the gratitude I felt was unbelievable. Kids were moshing and a girl got her wig pulled off. That was the best. That was, it's fun when a girl gets her wig pulled off.
Yeah. It ain't an Fightmaster concert without a wig getting yanked.
Maybe somebody's got to come with a wig.
You guys want to party or what?
Yes. And I love my fans. Like, I think because of the queerness and being able to be so visible, like specifically through Grays, I've picked up a fan base that's really diverse in all the ways. And at all of my shows, there were people that with disabilities that were sitting in that section, like with a great view of the stage. And that means a lot to me, because I'm like, okay, great. Like, we're doing a good job getting people here. Like, that means something to me. And my crowd is not all white. And my crowd does not look the same. And the music or the message is still meaning something to a big group of people. And I don't get to see that often.
Yeah, especially when you're doing stuff on TV.
Yes, I don't get to see it. So the music is really the chance that I get to be with them. Yeah. And even if they come just because they saw me on Grays, I don't care. It gets to be like this. I'm like, think of it. Sure, it's the band. Like, I want you to really like my music, and I want you to come here because it feels important to meet me, because I do meet with fans after the show, and I know, I don't know. It's just like, we get so separated from everybody. You know, we are making this art for people to. We want to make art that people consume because we didn't get to see ourselves. Right. Exactly. And so then getting to watch them experience the art, watch them consume the art, it keeps you going.
Absolutely. I was just about to say that's what sustains me with the shark shit. Like, how I can never, like, when I'm struggling and I'm like, this is exhausting and I'm tired and I feel like I haven't, like, been alone or been normal for who knows how long. That's why I loved live performing too. And I've told people, like, that's one of my proudest accomplishments, is having, like, my fans, none of them look the same. Like, they span many different demographics and groups, and I'm very proud of that. I know your fans are like that too, because when I posted the cut down from our first episode together, first of all, 1 million likes. Second of all, everybody in the comments was like, I can't believe you know who Fightmaster is. Oh my God, I can't believe. Like, it was like you were there, Shayla. But also they just were like, oh my God, I love them so much. Like, they were freaking the fuck out.
The crossover event that happened with us doing this was so rewarding to me, and I think it's why we've stayed in touch.
Yeah, like, absolutely.
Our fans are so aligned.
They are. It's literally a circle. Our fan bases are a circle. That the crossover is 100%.
They are violent. They are gorgeous, and they are diverse.
And they don't play about you.
No, bitch.
They do not play about Fightmaster.
No, and they do not fuck around with you. You called yourself at one point, it's like, what'd you say? A tangible consequence?
Yeah.
And I was thinking, like, first of all, let me get that tattooed. And second of all, the way that these women feel so comforted watching you be a tangible consequence, like, really fucking, like, I don't worry about you. And I know you need to be worried about, because that's probably what your beautiful fiance is for. But I don't worry about you, and that feels empowering. Like, when somebody goes into the comments and says something negative to you, I'm fully like,
dumbass.
I'm ready. I'm like, she's about to take back the night.
My friend Kyle Prue, he messaged me. I put it in my dump the other day, but he messaged me, watching people wander into your DMs looking for a fight feels like watching Joe Pesci go in the Home Alone house 1,000,000 times.
Oh my
Just
God.
Like, constantly going inside the front door.
That is so true.
I was like, so funny. I took a picture of it.
God damn.
I was like, yeah, they never learn, do they? It's actually so funny you say that too, because recently I made a video defending trans women, trans people in general, but especially trans women, because they were the ones being attacked at the time. And I made a video defending them, and all I said was, like, this is literally what I said in the video. I said, if you're a transphobe and it's 2025, your ass stinks. That's all I said. I said, you have shit in your ass and your breath stinks and you have no friends. Like, nobody likes you. You're a fucking loser. That's all I said. I didn't specify a person. I didn't specify a group. I literally just said, if you're a transphobe or a TERF, your ass stinks. Like, and it's science.
See, that is my written word.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, why am I in praise? Yeah. This happened without me thinking. Yeah.
The spirit's calling to you.
Wow. Yes. God.
And that's all I
damn.
said. And you know what's funny is I have never, and this was my issue too when the election happened. When the election happened, I was posting crazy shit. I was posting all kinds of shit. Every year leading up to the election, I've been doing that. And so when I posted like, hey, fuck that bitch. Like I posted that I hated him and I hate anybody who supports him. I can't even tell you how many women were like, you're telling me that you don't want Trump supporter followers? We can't agree to disagree. No.
Log off.
And also me of all people.
Log off. Delete your account.
I was like, me of all, you're asking me if is that a joke? Like I literally was like, I feel like you bitches don't know me at all. Like what the fuck?
Do they think that we got here by like thinking that we need to be palatable?
Well, you know what I started hearing after I was attacking transphobes the other day, because the person who started this shit is a TERF, right? So I was like saying, you guys are fucking TERFs and your ass stinks just like a transphobe because you are a transphobe. And they were like, I'm not transphobic. Okay. So you're afraid of trans people. I'm not transphobic. I just like don't want them near me. What's the fucking difference?
They don't want to be near you either, you dumb freak.
No shit. That's why I was like, I don't give a fuck. Like if it looks like a duck and it talks like a duck, I'm gonna call it a fucking duck. You
think me and my boys want to be hanging out with you fucks?
That's why I was like, they want to be nothing more than to be left alone. And
100%.
You bitches can't mind your own fucking business.
I love the idea that they're asking because I think that's absolutely true. And the minute someone is transphobic, I feel like I learn everything about their sex life. I mean, truly, you're just like, okay, like the concern that you have for others is like for others being themselves, for living joyfully,
right? Exactly. For daring to be happy and
to not want to die,
right?
Yeah,
exactly.
like all this shit that you are really projecting, like your own anxieties and like self-hatred onto them.
Yep.
And I learn how crooked the dick is. I learn how small it looks even when it's hot out. You know what I mean?
It could be the hottest day on earth.
Yeah, you got the kind of balls that don't get longer when it's like swampy out.
That's not in the cards for you.
No.
And when I was I had women like attacking me and telling me I wasn't for women because I dared to defend trans women, our most vulnerable. That's crazy. To which what's ironic about that is the week I made that video, I had Dylan on the show again for an All-Star episode.
Gorgeous.
And I was like, see, I know TERFs have never, ever, ever, ever interacted with trans people in real life, ever. If you have, you didn't know because you're a dumbass, but it doesn't matter either way. I was like, I actually know and love trans people in real life. Even if I didn't, I would tell you bitches to choke on my dick. And honestly, the line that made them the most mad, other than me saying their ass stinks, was I told them to suck my dick. And then I said, actually, suck it from the back because I don't want to look at you. And that line, I'm not kidding, has made women freak the fuck out at me. These TERFs, they literally are like, that's so disgusting. That's so unladylike. And then they start calling me a man. I was like, oh, so you are transphobic? Oh, wait, so you are transphobic. Okay, I knew it.
You know when you're like alone for a minute and then you like touch your partner or you have sex and you get like that burst of oxytocin? Yeah. I just had that.
The endorphins just released.
Yo.
That song, that Justin Bieber song where he's like, life is worth living. That's how you felt.
That is how I felt. I'm obsessed with these cis women that hate trans women because I think that it is also a confession of like, hey, I really had to do everything I was told my whole life. And you have not.
Yeah.
You've not been in this like
you cut the line.
Yeah, I grew up in hell. You know what I mean? Like my uncle was calling me hot when I was 5.
Exactly.
Like there's actually no way for me to be that makes people happy. If I'm annoying, people wish I was dead.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't join me here.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what are you fighting for?
No, for real.
What are you?
And
fighting
who are you
for?
fighting for? I've even told them before, like I've said this many times already, so having to say it again pisses me the fuck off because I don't explain myself to bigots. Like I was like, the only you want me to validate you and your transphobia, I'm not going to. I hate TERFs, I hate transphobes. I've been that way forever. And I've like, obviously I have many followers who are trans. And so a lot of them were like, thank you for always defending us. And I was like, you guys stand behind me as long as you want, bitch. I don't give a fuck. Till you feel brave enough to come out, I don't care. Right. Yes. I was like, and also I've told people before, it's imperative that cis women have this conversation with each other. It's imperative that cis women hold other cis women accountable for being transphobic. It's imperative because no one's free till we're all free.
Yes.
And also to think that transphobia will not affect cis women at all is insane. It's already affecting cis women.
I mean, especially,
currently.
we can obviously see it in the sports space.
Exactly. And women of color especially. And that's the part that I was like, you think I don't know? I experience it all the fucking time. Like, and it's because I don't fit into these Eurocentric beauty standards. But see, I've unpacked all of my internalized transphobia and biases, so it doesn't offend me when people try to call me a trans person or a man to insult me. That doesn't offend me. And also, I do have a huge dick. And you're gonna suck it from the back.
And I would.
And that's a fact, bitch.
Yeah, and I'm down with it, actually. I'm like stuttering. I'm like, wait, are we doing that now?
Getting nervous.
Yeah, no, like, okay. You know what? My truest thought on this is that I think that trans women have a more beautiful understanding what womanhood is.
I agree.
I think that unfortunately the programming for cis women it's kind of sad sometimes.
Yeah, it is.
And I'm like, actually, no, your womanhood is not your role. Your womanhood is not your status in society. And your womanhood is not your ability to be sexually assaulted.
Yeah.
And this trans debate that's like centering all on, well, like if a quote unquote man in a dress is in a bathroom, he will rape me. I'm like, okay, well, then it sounds like the problem that we have is that men are going to rape and women are fearing rape their whole lives.
Right.
And when you talk to trans women about their womanhood, they talk about it, like almost gets me choked up. They talk about it in such this like beautiful, expansive way.
Yeah.
Of like, it's this feeling I always had.
Yeah.
You know, it's this truth I've always known. It's the most beautiful parts of me. It's my softest self. And I don't feel that from cis women right now because I think the propaganda is so strong.
I agree. Yeah.
And I love women. Oh my God, I'm so obsessed with women. I'm obsessed with
Me too.
all women. I really am obsessed
Me
with all
too.
women.
Yeah.
And I want cis women to stop letting men be a barrier to their identity.
Yeah, absolutely. I've even told cis women when I defended Dylan. I've defended Dylan many times, but I defended her when she put out her song because TERFs, once again, were attacking her and saying that her song was like basically saying she's vapid. It was like
derivative.
Yeah, it was a derivative of womanhood. I said, that's her experience with womanhood. Notice how she never said, this is the experience of all women. That's her experience as a woman. But even, let's just say that is what she was saying. She's talking about taking her meds, right? She's talking about both for her transition, but also for her mental health. She's talking about having a one-night stand, right? Are any of those things bad? And I told them, like, because when Sabrina Carpenter makes jokes about getting Eiffel Towered on her fucking tour, everyone's like, I love when women are sexual. And me too. I love it. But see, when trans women have the exact same conversation, all of a sudden you want to talk about we're more than just a pair of tits. No shit, bitch. I know that. Dylan knows that. Sabrina Carpenter knows that. We all know that. It seems like you're the only person who doesn't know that.
Yeah.
And I was like, there is nothing wrong with any of those things. Just because women are engaging in them doesn't make them bad. But it speaks to what you said, which is like, it's almost like that's the most like convicted they feel in themselves is their womanhood, what their idea of femininity is, what their idea of womanhood is. And I was explaining to even me, I was like, I am a cis woman, right? I identify with the gender that was assigned to me, but I am not a thin white woman, right? So my experience with womanhood is going to be different from a cis thin white woman. We're going to have two different very experiences of womanhood. Is yours more valid than mine?
Right.
No, right? So it's really all the fucking same, isn't it? Also, whenever I say gender is a social construct and it's made up, their minds spray against the wall behind them. They immediately are like, what the fuck are you even talking about? And I'm like, see, you're not smart enough to have this conversation with me. It's
different. That is always the frustrating part is you're like, we are creating arguments to protect people.
Yeah.
And so we do our research.
Right, exactly.
And they are manufacturing our arguments to tear people down. And so they actually are just pulling shit out of their stinky little asses.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And so you're coming over here and being like, you know, Judith Butler would say, and they're like, but he sounds dumb.
Exactly. I used the term white feminism because I was saying TERFs perpetuate white supremacist ideology, which is white feminism. And white feminism is void of intersectionality. And if your activism isn't intersectional, it doesn't fight for everyone, right? And it's racist most times. And I said I said all of that to someone. And then she goes, white feminist, this person is black. Then I'm like, and then I literally wrote back to her, Google the term white feminism, study up, and then come back to me. You're not smart enough to have this conversation with me. And I said, notice how when I made my original video, I didn't start with, this is why TERF rhetoric is harmful. I said your ass stinks. That's why I said it, because there's no point. I said that.
I already said the truth. Your ass stinks.
I was like, there's no point. I had no interest in having the conversation with you because you don't want to learn.
And you don't have to have literature on that, sweetie. You just have to have a nose.
Just a nose. And you know what's funny? In there I said, and your breath stinks too. It's probably from all your fucking gingivitis. I said all kinds of mean shit. And then this girl commented on my video and said, period to this video, but also just want to say one of my coworkers is a huge transphobe and he has the worst breath I've ever smelled in my life. And I said, and when I tell you I'm a scientist, believe me. Or a witch, whichever one works for you.
No.
And I was like, it's a scientific fact. I told you, you all have poop in your butt. And you're just mad at me because I know. And I'm telling everyone. I was like,
this is the most powerful, like, this is my mantra now.
And that's what
You've
makes
got
me laugh.
Poop in your butt.
There's people saying, oh, she's such a fake feminist. And all I did was I told transphobes that they have poop in their butt. And somehow that makes me not a real feminist.
Bro, what makes you a realer feminist than being than knowing that transphobes have shit in their ass?
So I was like, I did the research.
That's actually empathetic. You can I'm empathizing with their existence. They've got shit in their ass.
Like, I was telling my sister I was getting annoyed because first of all, I don't want to see TERFs. I don't want to hear from you. I don't want to see what you say. I don't care about anything you believe in. But more than anything, I was like, this wasn't an open discussion. Imagine it like this. I'm walking by and I go, don't want to interrupt. Don't want to take too much of your time. Your ass stinks. All right, have a nice day. That's all I wanted to say. That's all I needed.
That's the ground rules.
Just in passing. I didn't want to have a conversation with you.
It's like the opposite of catcalling, but it is really similar. It's like the guys actually don't want the women to be like, yeah, no, I'm free.
When they're like, do you want to hang out now?
Yeah.
Like, oh.
No, they just want to be like, titty alert.
So anyways, I've been doing that this week, but I was like fighting off TERFs like
God
a
bless.
Motherfucker. It feels like World War Z. They're like,
They're so hungry.
I know.
For human
my
flesh.
God. But we do have some fun facts about you. So I do want to read you some. Obviously, we know you're a Gemini. I already knew that about you. And that you're from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Okay,
right?
listing my disabilities. That's crazy.
Oh, HIPAA.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't do that. Where did you find that?
Okay, it says here that you played varsity basketball and varsity volleyball in high school.
Yes.
And then you got signed to play college volleyball for the University of Cincinnati.
Okay.
What'd you play in volleyball?
I was a middle blocker.
I was gonna guess the middle. That's the height. That's the height for you. It says their volleyball team was nationally ranked and they were named to the USCAA All Academic Team for also
which
having,
is not impressive. Like,
we're having a 3.5 GPA.
Yeah, I was the only athlete that did homework. That actually means I probably wasn't playing very well.
You know what's so funny? You're so me. Because one time, first of all, I was an athlete all throughout high school.
Of course.
And I played volleyball in high school too, but I was a hitter. I was an outside hitter.
Right side?
Outside hitter.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And then my sister was an outside hitter too, even though my sister's 5'4".
How did that happen?
Only guy on the team too.
Oh, God
only
bless.
our resident gay. Yeah. Our in-house gay. That was days. It was funny. I was talking about, because I played soccer. Soccer was my main sport. And Dason was like, you know, everyone says softball's the gay sport, which is like, okay. But women's basketball and soccer, she was saying, are like even gayer.
100%.
Yeah, women's basketball, yeah. And then soccer, I was like, well, it's either lesbians or it's like straight girls that make out with lesbians when they're drunk.
I would just say that they're more closeted.
Yeah, that's what
I think
in the early stages, yeah.
Soccer, those girls were smaller, so they were more like they had the ability to like get pretty in high school. And all the basketball players that were any good, there was just something about being like, I don't know, I don't think
again,
fucking,
tall girl.
Yeah, I don't think Bob is gonna like me, like, so it didn't fucking matter. I'm wearing my sweats, and the soccer girls had the ability to be like hotties.
Yeah,
and so they stayed closeted for much longer, but. Joke's on you.
I know, that's what we laughed about it because my sister played soccer, but then when she went to college, she was like, I think I'm going to join the rugby team. Right.
Did you do it?
Yeah. She played like all 4 years.
What can you, sorry, this is now kink for me. What can you squat?
Oh, yeah. What's your highest squat?
Yeah,
Do you
PR.
remember?
Probably 275 or something.
Yeah, around that. I would
So,
say, yeah.
so I'm sucking your dick from the back
and
and
hers
your
from the
dick
front.
from the back.
Hers from the front.
God
Eiffel
damn.
Tower. Look at that.
I've
We
got
linked it
a
back.
lot of work to do right after.
God, I got to really roll up my sleeves and get to work.
I gotta call my partner. I gotta let her know I'm sucking two dicks.
I'm going to be late for
yeah,
lunch.
yeah. And I will be full.
You having a GPA making all academic? You're so me. That was me too. One time someone asked me, what's a question you wish people asked you more? Right? And I said what my AP scores were in high school.
Shit.
Horny again.
Shit. I do like that. I do like good grades.
Me too. I loved school.
Yeah, it was
good at school.
fun.
I was good at
And
school.
I actually didn't do any homework for like the first 3 years of high school. And then they're like, you're going to need this for college. And I was like, oh my God.
We're not going to let you leave if you don't do
Why
homework.
didn't you fucking say that? And so I went from like truly a 2.5 GPA because I was like, homework doesn't matter. You can't control me. To being like, I need it for college, and I had a 4.0.
Right.
And it was the easiest switch I ever made. I was like, when you sent me home with this, I didn't realize you wanted me to do it.
I didn't realize you wanted it back. I thought you gave it to me to keep.
Why didn't you say that? Like,
Why is nobody talking about homework?
my teachers are being insane, and they thought I was funny, so I'd be like, no, I don't have it. And they'd be like, okay. There was no like, you really have to. They were just
Yeah.
really like, you're our favorite.
Why are you rizzing up people in high school?
Man, I go back to my high school now, and my teachers still fuck with me hard.
I bet they do.
Hardcore.
You're just rizzing people up all throughout high school. Okay, and here it says they performed in Boom Chicago, an English comedy troupe in Amsterdam.
Yeah. I performed in Amsterdam, at Boom, and Boom is like you're performing for basically an audience that's almost entirely English second language.
Oh, nice.
And so you
Do you speak Dutch?
in beetje, and it's you really you learn how to be universally funny. You have to, because the first like 6 months that you're there,
Yeah.
you're pulling stuff out of your ass that's really like an Americanism. You know,
Right.
even talking about like the Kroger or the Vons,
Right.
like whatever, that's too specific. And so your comp is the Walmart, but then you have in the back of your brain, you know, all their major brands now.
Right.
And you know the Italian brands, because we actually have a big group of Italians in here tonight. Oh, and there's a Scottish
all
bachelor
improv?
party. It's improv and sketch.
Okay.
And so there was just such a learning curve of being like, oh yeah, like American humor is so specific to us.
Right.
And the rest of the world is actually working on a different level, because the rest of the world is connected to each other.
Yeah, like they're far more connected than we are. We're like
100%.
isolated.
When you're doing like comedy in Europe, even if you're doing it in Amsterdam, you're not even doing just Dutch humor. It's
Yeah.
all of Europe is visiting each other.
That's
They're all like
true.
traveling to see each other. They have a train system.
That's true, yeah.
So the audience was different every night.
Damn.
And it's global, and they're making fun of each other in a much better way that like we
Yeah.
can't do, because our nation is like, you know, white supremacist. And, like,
Right. for
when we
real.
make fun of even Italians, everyone's like, that something racist about that.
Yeah, I've done a few white people jokes. Like in my tiny stand-up set that I have, it's like a 5-minute one. I have a lot of white people jokes in it. And some offers I've gotten to do shows, I've been like, I love the comic, but their audience is like Southern straight white people. And I was like, they are not going to laugh at anything I have prepared because they don't have the same kind of understanding or humor. So it's just probably not going to translate as well.
Okay, so I also performed with Second City. We toured across the
Okay.
country.
Yeah.
We did one show in Ohio. We did not know that the makeup of the show was going to be entirely elderly. And I'm talking 90 plus, all Republican. The first 12 rows were wheelchairs, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm talking 90 plus. And so we have the whole like political like comedy sketch show prepared for them, and then some improv slots, and the political comedy is eating more shit than a turf. You know what I mean? It's just failing.
Yeah.
And so we send out our angriest white guy, and we're like, do your worst. And he goes out there to improvise, and he starts a scene that's basically like, my wife is so fucking annoying. And the audience is like,
It's Freddie Mercury when he's
My
like doing
God.
the Queen, that big,
yes.
big
Just all these elderly people who truly at intermission had like, they were standing up for the first time in 10 years to leave.
It's just killing. It's just absolutely
oh
killing.
my God, on their knees for Scott.
So funny. What's a joke that hits across the world, you would say, when you were in Amsterdam doing the comedy troupe?
Everybody likes ripping on the Germans.
Really? It's nice.
Yeah,
Good tip to have.
it's really fun.
They
And-
all have a united enemy.
and
It's
even the
true.
Germans, I mean, it's obviously it's us. Like, you know, if you're
Yeah.
making a joke about Americans in Europe, it's just about IQ level because
Right.
we think we're so fucking superior, and
I
the rest of
know.
the world is like, look at those angry kids. Like they
Yeah.
fucking hate us, man.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing. I was lying to people saying like I am Dutch. I was over there like just because a lot of the Dutch speak English.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was fully over there just being like, hi, everyone. Like, you know, so nice to meet you. Like,
Lying.
100%.
blending.
I'm not getting in a gay club. Like,
They find out I'm American.
100%. Yes, no. And they love when we call ourselves stupid. And they love when we're like, joke about the Germans being so on time. I mean,
They're like,
truly.
those jokes killed every night.
Yo, across the world.
Good to know. When me and my sister were on tour last year, we watched one night in the bus. We watched Planet of the Apes, and we love those movies, and we're just big Planet of the Apes fans. And then I think it was Dallas, I was like doing a bit where I would be every time they would like laugh or listen or do something good, I'd be like, apes together, strong. Killed every time I said it. They were cackling. They were
What
like,
a beautiful thing to find.
right. And I was like, oh, period. Next town we go to, what was it? It was after, it was Austin, Dallas, Houston. When we, and it, oh, Denver. Yeah, we went to Denver after we got out of Texas. It's like a night two later. I whip out the Planet of the Apes joke, probably 10, 15 minutes in, not one laugh. Ooh, back on the shelf. We'll revisit her when I go to
My
another city.
God.
So I thought I was gonna kill her every night. Just that one.
My
Didn't hit the rest of the
God.
tour. Rest of the tour, nobody laughed. at
Isn't
that
it
one.
crazy how like sometimes you just find yourself like I was on tour, we were not slaying one night, we were performing for a group of veterans, and
Why are you always performing in front of these cool
when you you know this, when you tour comedy, it's for some reason everybody that's in the audience is there against their will. They're there by
I was
gunpoint.
just about to say, it's like, you don't have to be here.
No, it's if they're not at like a comedy club, and even then it's like kind of
Yeah.
iffy.
Yeah.
They were brought there by gunpoint by some like union that they're in. Like their
Yeah.
bosses made them come
For
or some
real.
shit. And we were
Yeah.
performing for the veterans, and we were kind of like bombing so hard that at one point, I'm telling you, I hate the military industrial complex. I think it destroys souls and worlds. I went, thank you for your service. You're doing the Lord's work. Literally, that can't. I'm doing like an outro, and I go, and they kind of were like,
You got him a little bit. You're like,
just a little bit.
you're give me one
Silence
thing.
the whole show, but I was like, I think I'll compromise my values here for like a little bit of a little snack. I just want like a little
Just give me in a
treat,
moose boosh.
just a little.
Just anything.
I still think about it.
Girl.
Truly. And even my friend Scott, who was touring with me at the time, and
Yeah.
he was the one that was like able to do the wife shit. When I came off, he was like, "You're doing the Lord's work." The fuck?
You said I got desperate up there.
Yeah, I said,
No, I got desperate up there.
I blacked out.
They weren't giving me
I-
anything.
I needed it.
I needed it. At the end of the day, I need attention. So
Truly, I was like, just a little fingy.
just give me something, anything. Okay, we'll go down some more of these. Let's see. It says that you were in a indie rock band called Twin,
It's
and
true.
they named the band Twin because they're a Gemini.
Yeah. Well, that's factual.
Yeah. So
And I also I dated I had dated a lot. I've dated a lot of twins somehow. I don't know what I'm attracting, but I've dated a lot of twins.
that sounds kind of scary.
It can be.
Like I feel like twins, when they get to a certain age, it's like, okay, enough. No more. You're no longer a twin.
I couldn't agree more. Being a twin is for children. And at this point, you're 25 and it's perverted. Yeah.
And you're creepy and weird.
Yeah.
So knock it off.
And if you ever wear the fucking same thing in front of me, I'll have you arrested. I don't care. I believe.
I hate the cops.
I believe in the police again for that.
Just for twins.
Yeah. A-tab.
That is crazy.
All twins are bad.
That's great. That's great. That's crazy that you've just so happened to date twins.
I'm
more than once. More than once is crazy.
I guess I'm problematic.
Were they identical?
Yeah.
That's uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Imagine you're mad at them and then their sibling comes and you're like
there's a lot of stuff I will tell you when we're not rolling.
That says they used to be a part of a sketch comedy duo called Mr. Beaver.
That's true.
Where they performed live shows with a sidekick called Cat Piano.
Yeah, that was some really magical shit. We would improvise songs on a piano that the keys only made meows.
Right.
And listen, you could be like, that sounds fucking stupid as hell. We were tearing that shit up. We were winning awards. You know how hard it is to win like awards for fucking improv? Like they made them for us.
Damn, they were eating that cat piano up?
I was really femme at the time.
Oh, okay.
And so they were just like, this hot, tall girl is
They're
gonna
like,
play this little pussy piano.
I honestly don't even remember the show, but the person who's doing it is hot. So
bro, listen, when I was femme, that shit was devastating. That shit was devastating. I had to stop being femme because I was fucking shit up for you hoes. Okay? You can come for my non-binary was a sacrifice
that was
for
a sacrifice
y'all
you made.
because I was fucking your men. And they were begging for it.
Don't make me start doing it again.
They wanted my fucking foot on their neck so fucking bad. And I hated their asses the whole time it was fucking happening. I was like, you're disgusting. I'm on top of them, looking down like I'm looking at a turd, okay? But they were in my bed. You talking to me about my queerness? Bitch, I did what you did. It sucked ass.
Hey,
you think I'm jealous of y'all? I tried your shit. It sucked.
You said 2 stars.
God
2
damn.
2 stars on Uber.
I'm sorry,
2
that's
stars.
never really exploded out of me like that.
I let you have your moment.
It's crazy.
Release it. You know what I mean?
I do actually feel like that is that is my pretty privilege. Is like I know how fucking trans I am because I was not having an experience. Like I was a gorgeous woman. I was gorgeous. You know what I mean?
I was killing it.
I was killing it. And what I did find, I did not like. Like I really felt I like. I never really felt like a woman, and so I was such an awkward teenager, and then all of a sudden I was in college and like really grew into everything well, and was like just getting so much.
The way
positive.
you have so much disgust on your face
I
when
mean,
you're talking.
well, because it was hard.
Yeah, I bet. I'm
like
sure.
being
in that like restriction, it was like suffocating. I'm sure.
It was. What I really found was it was dangerous.
Oh yeah.
That like we're big and we're loud, right? And I felt that when I was beautiful and something that these men wanted, they didn't have the social grace to just really accept me for being smarter than them and taller than them and better than them at the things that they were doing. Exactly. And so they would do this thing where they would pretend to be kind to me and then they'd get me in private and violence would happen. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I am so grateful. I found such a beautiful queer community. I'm so grateful I found my non-binary identity. I'm so grateful for transness as a way of being, as a way of understanding.
Absolutely.
And I'm telling you, it makes me care for women harder. Yeah. It makes me, because I think that there's the most violent place now for women, where we have the most reported incidents of death and violence is in the fucking home. Yeah. That's where women are getting injured. They're getting injured by men that they love in their homes.
Yeah, that they sleep next to every night.
Yes.
Yeah,
marry,
have kids with. Yeah.
It's important for, like, I have a lot of guy friends. I demand kindness from them. I demand excellence from them. I do not take bullshit when they're talking about the women that they're seeing. Yeah. And they have grown with me. Yeah. You know what I mean? I love seeing relationships like yours. Like that man is so kind. He's so handsome. Like he's there with you. He's supporting you. Like I
Yeah.
actually know that women have better options, but they are so trained to take the least.
Yeah.
And these
Absolutely.
men don't deserve you, and they absolutely don't deserve you if they're gonna hit you, and they
Right.
probably don't deserve you anyway. So there
Yeah.
better be you better fucking love this guy.
For real, for real. I've even said too, like, have you watched Adolescence, the new show on Netflix? It's really, really good. But it's like basically talking about a young boy, like a 13-year-old boy. It's not a secret, it's not a spoiler, but he kills a girl in his school because she rejected him. But it talks about how he got indoctrinated by red pill ideology on social media. That's like the whole point of the show.
Cool.
So it's not like, well, who did it? It's why he did it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of unraveling and unpacking all of those different like things, those very small things that happen in the home that breed this air of like entitlement to women
Yes.
and their bodies and everything about them, and how they genuinely hate them. They don't like anything about them. They just see them as objects and things to use or abuse. And so like I loved the show because it was very well done. I've said many times there are many things I don't platform on purpose because they are just that scary. Like it's just that horrifying. And there have been a few stories that I didn't include in my book because they weren't like my stories to tell, that I've heard about like at my brother's high school. My brother is going to be 21 this year. So when he was in high school, when I was still doing this, there are things happening now like where men are inflicting violence and they're young. They're minors. They're like sophomores in high school. Like it's just like how young it starts, like that understanding of what women's place is in this world and where men sit, and like this indoctrination that is becoming more and more accessible because of things like social media, because of people like Andrew Tate, like all that fucking bullshit.
But it's actually why we are in such an environmental crisis.
Right.
It's this energy of extractivism where these young boys are basically being indoctrinated with colonialism
Right.
of like everything that they see is theirs.
It is theirs, yeah, for the
And
taking.
they want to extract as much as they can from it without putting any effort into it,
Yeah.
without renewing that resource, and I think being, you know, femme for a minute, I did find that I felt this, like that a lot of men will just latch onto you, and they are drawn to this resource that you have, which is
Yeah.
your joy and your
Right.
sex and your whatever, and they pull it from you, but they're not offering you anything in return. And I'm like, that's extractivism.
Yeah,
And it's the same
literally.
thing that we do with our fucking environment.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? We are going into these places and we are pulling oil from the earth, but we're doing nothing to protect her.
Yeah, or to replenish
Yeah,
in
we're
any way.
and the beauty of having experience as a gorgeous woman is that now in this like place of really confident masculinity, be the partner that I wish I would have had.
Yeah, totally.
You know, and
Absolutely.
with my partner, I really work hard because I am there for her joy.
Yeah.
I am there for her sex. I am
Right.
there for her stories. I am there for her intelligence. I am there for so many of her, really these like soul assets that
yeah,
she
you
has.
see her as a person.
Yes.
Yeah, as like a
And
whole person.
I'm replenishing that shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
it's reciprocal.
I'm giving her my energy. I'm making sure I have a life that's interesting so that we have something to talk about over coffee. You know what I mean? Like
you have your own thoughts. and
yes,
yeah.
yes. I'm bringing my friends to her.
Right.
I'm making sure that I'm dressed cute at
Right.
least 60% of the time. You know, I'm doing things that because I want this beautiful person to be I want to be able to experience her joy, and I think that men don't realize how much work women are putting in to continually give joy.
For real.
And
to
it is
keep
beautiful.
things afloat. It's like the most mundane things. Like it's just the world doesn't move without women. And I felt the
My
same
God,
thing.
no.
Like I was like, I love women so dearly, and that's why I felt like this was my purpose, was to
Yes.
like guide them away from that bullshit. Like, and even in the show Adolescence, like the dad, like in the beginning, they're kind of trying to figure out if the dad's like abusive, if he's like, if he hits him, if anything, like encouraging violence, right? But he doesn't. Like he has anger issues, but he's not violent or anything like that. And it's almost scarier that way, because I've told people that's actually far more common. That dynamic where you have a father who does nothing more than provide.
Yeah.
There's no emotional needs being met, spiritual needs. Like there's no checking in just on general well-being. There's no interest in what he likes. It's all forced you're forcing him to try and like things that you believe are manly, and then not checking in with him, and you're just going and working and providing for the family. And
you're
that's
seeing that dumping money into something is enough.
Exactly. And that's why he turned out that way. So I'm saying, like, it's even more like he's looking for that like masculinity to latch onto, because his dad encourages, that's what makes a man. So he's not getting it from his own dad, so he finds it online, and then it turns out to be red pill shit. And so I've told people before, like, that kind of misogynist or bigot in general, because they're never just one facet of bigotry, is far more insidious to me. It's like someone who's a lunkhead gym bro that's like, fat bitch, make me a sandwich. Like, obviously you could pick that dude out of a lineup. Like, for the most part, all women are like, that's sexist, right?
Yeah.
But it's men who have, I don't know, gained the ability to somewhat blend, like
they're dangerous,
giving men like therapizing language, like giving them insight to how women think. It has like made them far more dangerous, because they can say things, instead of something like that, they'll say like, well, I just want to be able to take you out of this masculine era and like put you in your feminine era. That bitch is the same. They're both bigots. They can both eat my dick. That's how I feel about them. I was like,
I absolutely agree.
They're way more dangerous to me.
Well, and I think that, the thing that is really scary to cis people is that, like, they're not even really talking about gender anymore. No. They're talking about, like, their workplace identities. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
like they're all Patrick Bates. And you guys gross me out.
It's true. It's the way that they're talking about, like, the roles that they need to protect from trans people is like, it's psychotic. And actually, okay. So I was watching Love is Blind, and I watch a lot of the show like this. but when I thought that some of those men were being kind to those women, I literally had the thing of like, I was like, some of them are cute. Some of those guys are cute. And then when I found out that they were basically all being mean, I was like, those are the ugliest men I've ever seen in my life. And I think that something that really we need to be honest about is that masculinity is at its most beautiful when it's in service to the feminine, because the feminine shines on the masculine. It's a gorgeous thing to watch. Like, I got this like leg up in the Grays fandom because I was across from a woman who looked at me like I hung the moon, and I looked at her like she hung the moon. You know? And so we had this thing where the feminine was being worshipped, and I was getting the light from her shine. Yeah, you know what I mean? And I can see even when the relationship was like dissolved, that there was everything. I could physically see this like golden light leave the room, even in the way they shot it. And that they're capturing something that's honest. Like, men that are good to women are hot to me. And I don't give a fuck what the fuck you look like. If you're bad to a woman, you are the ugliest little puddle of mud, like, on the fucking planet.
For real. And when you were saying you have your own interests too, I was thinking about that clip that's going really viral of that guy who did the morning routine, and it's the most insane shit I've ever seen in my life. I was thinking about that, and I was like, everything men like is fucking boring. Oh my God.
Literally ice?
Oh my God.
Literally ice?
Doing push-ups on the balcony at 4 a.m. Oh my God, everything men like
is awful. With a bottle of sparkling water?
Everything men like is so boring. Like, even one time sometimes when I hear, like, because obviously people who are men who look like my dad or like my fiance, are catnip to like the worst misogynists in the world, because they're like, this guy gets it. He looks like a masculine man, which that's, okay. That's how I feel about it. But every time men come up to them, dude, I took my dad to a Clippers game, because my dad loves basketball.
Sick.
Took my dad to a Clippers game. My dad's like a bodybuilder, so my dad's like yoked right now. He wore like a black, like, just tight tank top, like with pants like tucked in, and some Jordans.
Okay. I'm sorry to say this. I'm about to be on my third dick.
Hard. Yeah. When I took my dad there, taking my dad in a tank top to a Clippers game was like throwing a ribeye in a tiger cage. The way all men, it's no women, all men are like, they have to come and talk to my dad about his bench press. Hey, you guys are weird.
Like, when I was talking to your sister earlier about what they can squat, it was because I'm a gay pervert, And so I actually think that a lot of straight men are also gay perverts.
And I would believe you. Honestly, I would believe you.
It's like the Andrew Tate worship.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm gonna really clarify this. I mean gay in like the way that straight people mean gay when they're like, that's gay.
Yeah.
Like that, like you're not gay like me. I'm beautiful. You're gay like that's gay. You're a gay pervert.
Well, and also it's just kind of like the things they be doing sometimes when they're alone. I'm like, you guys are so weird.
You absolutely hate gay men like women more than straight men like
no
women.
Shit.
I mean,
was
they're gay men are worshiping divas, and straight men look at their own wives and they're like, get out.
Dude, I watched one of my friends make a video recently. This will be the last silly thing I say, but she made a video recently. She was talking about when she sees groups of women. She goes, when I see groups of women out, like they're like doing something together, going somewhere, I'm like, God, that looks so fun. She's like, every time I see girls, I'm like, what are we talking about, ladies? Like that's how I feel when they're laughing. When I see groups of men together, I'm like, well, clearly they just committed a crime and they're coming back from something.
We call that a murder. Like it's like a murder of crows. It's a murder of men.
Yeah. That's like, and I commented on the video because when my sister and I were in Vancouver, we did a live show in Vancouver not too long ago. We went to a movie one of the days we were there, and there weren't that many people in the theater. It was like our group of like 9 and then like maybe a few other couples in the theater. A group of 7 grown men come in the theater, sit right behind us. Whole theater's empty. Sit right behind us, talk the whole fucking time about, you guessed it, stocks. Men are
this is why we
boring.
can't get rid of the death penalty. We can't get rid of it.
And I was like, what are these grown men doing seeing a movie together? What are you guys doing? You're doing something bad.
Gay.
Yeah, you're doing something bad. You're doing something sinister. I was like, and I kept going the whole time just in case they did something.
Well, it would be normal. I would be happy that they had their little friend group if they had not chosen to sit behind the 2 women. Like, just learn how to be together and not be scary.
I know. I was like, you guys need to rebrand or something because you're like 7 grown men together. I don't like it.
No.
No man has that many friends. First of all, because you guys don't even know each other's birthdays, so I don't believe you. And I was like, but also coming to see the movie, we watched the movie Companion. It was really good. But obviously, like, the whole point is that he, like, doesn't see women as real people, so he has a robot girlfriend. Spoiler. But in the thing, like, it's they would laugh at the parts that weren't they were, like, satirically funny. They're not supposed to be actually funny. So it's, like, the parts where he would call her a fuckbot, they would be like, sinister energy.
Oh, my Lord.
The way I was like, don't make me turn around in this movie theater
I'm
seat.
cringing so hard I might throw up.
That's why, even when we got back to the hotel, my fiance was like, I did not like those guys behind us. I was like, right? Because we didn't talk about it the whole time. My sister and I were obviously like, when we were looking at them. But then he was like, no, it's like the way the shit they were laughing at. I was like, that's not supposed to be funny. These guys are fucking gross. And I was like, period, king, tell them.
Do you know the reason that they're so angry is because they actually do have so much work to do. Like, I do get it.
Like we said, we're sharks.
Yo,
so
girl, I've been there.
it.
At the end of a long day, when I find out that there's more assignments for me to do, like I gotta contact my manager again, like all this shit, I get pissed off.
I get pissed too.
And if every thought I had was bad and hateful, and I was told that I had to change that, I can imagine being frustrated. See? Look at my empathy.
Yeah, look at that. Well, we went over so many things today.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're in love, so you can come back whenever.
Forever
And always. But I would love to know, because you're a literal multi-hyphenate creative, you're so talented. Wait, before I ask you this question, I think you are so incredible in so many ways. Obviously, I jerk you off all the time about how talented you are. But past that, I think just you in general succeeding in such a creative space at so many different mediums, being exactly who you are and saying the things you do, I admire you. I think you're so amazing and I look up to you.
I could not feel more similar. I'm telling you, I have talked to my partner about you so much, and
Likewise.
the work that I think the work that you are doing, I think is generationally important.
Thank you. I feel that way about yours too.
Thank you.
Look at us. We're going to stand together.
I'm gonna cry.
And then we're gonna kiss.
Yeah. Oh, and then I gotta suck the dick from the back.
Well, that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah. Take a long time.
Well, to kind of wrap it up, do you have any advice for anyone within the LGBTQIA plus community as a whole, or just in general, that maybe want to pursue the creative art form and maybe are a little nervous about doing multiples? Maybe they feel underrepresented. Do you have any advice for them?
I think we are entering a extremely fascist and violent era.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that you're scared, and I am scared, but they don't deserve our fear, and we can't live there all the time. We can visit the fear, but we can't live there all the time. And the only thing that topples regimes, the only thing that ever works, is love and art. And you have to make love, and you have to make art, and you got to do it well, and you got to enjoy it, and you got to not care if the money comes, because that's when the money comes. And stop thinking about fucking capitalism all the time. Listen, if fascism takes over and they tank our economy, we're going to be struggling regardless. So at least make sure you're struggling doing something you love that keeps your integrity intact. There's nothing more important than your dignity and the dignity of others. And that being said, free Palestine.
Period. Look at that. Everyone give them a round of applause. Obviously, we would never run for president. Sometimes people, I would vote for you for president.
Thank you.
Was my point. But sometimes someone said, you should run for president. I said, I would never want to be in charge of this godforsaken country.
No.
Fuck that.
No
way.
And somehow, like, the things that I, like, Google when I'm high would get released. And it's like, like,
and no one needs to see that.
Are birds really naked underneath the feathers? No. We'll just leave it here. You're like, kind of a mystery, but
wait, okay, Amanda, I want you to this is a note to bleep this. The last thing I Googled was because I was trying to show the video to my cousin. I was like trying to show him that fuck ass compilation.
If that was leaked, I would be the first one to be like, Drew told me that this is the only thing that gets her up in the morning.
If I was in that video and I saw how people were talking about me, I would say, that's AI. It's getting out of control. AI is getting out of control.
I would be suing Elon. 100%. Yeah, Bezos would have my number.
Yeah. Just wanted to mention that was the last thing I Googled. So.
that whole line is going to be bleeped. Iconic.
Anyways, thank you so much to my amazing guest, ER, for coming back for an all-star episode. You're the best.
Thank you for having me. I cannot wait to suck your dick.
Ugh, me too. Again, round two. If you're not already, I know you all are, but if you're not following ER, where can everybody find you?
Okay. You can find me at Genderless Gap Ad on Instagram. You can find me at ER Fightmaster on TikTok. I'm getting better on there.
I do be seeing you post on there.
Yeah, I have been on there a little bit. I remembered it existed recently. And you can listen to my sports podcast, Jocular, wherever you get your podcasts. And you can listen to my music, Fightmaster, wherever you get your music.
Loved.
Thank you.
And obviously, we're in love.
Yeah, I love you.
Look at us, sister wives.
I really do.
I'm a sister wife with your partner.
No, I honestly, sister wife, somehow genderless here.
Just like the word bitch.
Yeah. Bro!
My mind's blown. Thank you all so much for tuning into this episode. I'll see you next week. Bye.